Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's really good? It's your boy, Brandon Bravon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. That there sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary things in sports. And we sticking with football today because it is the post-game show, week 16 wrap up. And there's a party going on right now in South Beach, and the Dallas Cowboys ain't invited. I'm just saying. Voice still raspy, but to hell with it. I got to do what I got to do. But first, I definitely want to shout out to Tough Sports, that Madden Gaming League that is broadcasted on Twitch. If you think you got the skills to pay the bills in that Madden Gaming League, come to Too Tough. I guarantee you it is some people that would beg to differ. And also Heather's Craft Haven. Well, it's Christmas Eve, but, my sis from Another Miss does Christmas decor all the time, all year round. But, the Christmas stuff be dope. I'm just saying. But it is Christmas Eve, folks. It is less than 5 hours until it is officially Christmas morning. And first of all, I hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Boogie. Wish you were able to join, but I understand it is Christmas Eve. I don't know, if I'm going to be solo dolo, I don't know how long I'm going to be on here, given the nature of my voice. Sometimes this the live stream doesn't do my voice. You really can't hear how raspy it sounds. But hey, Boogie, my man, what a victory! The Miami Dolphins finally defeated a team with a winning record. And it is at the expense of the Dallas Cowboys. I love it. I love it. So good. Make me want to drink some eggnog. Oh, that's a good drink there. But yes, I would like to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas. I hope everybody is safe. And before I get into the recap, let me tell you guys something where I actually went to, because during the late games, actually went out with the fam. We got something to eat, and we went to this area not too far from where I live at to look at some Christmas lights. Candy Cane Lane, for real. Oh, 2 sips for you? I got you. I just did one. There you go. Yo, if y'all want to conversate with me on YouTube, please do. But yes, I went to this area, this neighborhood, and when I tell you, most of the houses were decorated up pretty nicely. But it was like these 3 in particular homes that was fucking amazing. They were absolutely amazing. I'm talking about, if you've seen the movie Candy Cane Lane, this was some real live Candy Cane Lane type stuff. Roman and London really enjoyed it. But here's the funny part. What's up, Calvin? Big C, I can't hear you. Get your sound fixed, my man. Because I definitely want to hear from you, because your team is on fire. But if the kids really enjoyed it, hey, I bet that skills going in that eggnog, my man. Big C,
What's up, man?
what up? Let me finish my Candy Cane Lane tale, and then we can go ahead and get into it. So these houses are amazing. I mean, they're fucking spectacular. They really are. But so as we're leaving, it was a big party van there, and it was a big dude. Was telling everybody Merry Christmas as they walked by. I said, Merry Christmas, bro. I said, this is spectacular. And so he was telling me some other places around Richmond to go look at some lights, equal to that area that I went to. So he pulls out his iPhone, and he's telling me the address, and I'm familiar with the area. It's over there near Skipwith, near Douglas Freeman. Not Freeman. Is it? Yeah, Freeman. Over there near Freeman. So he says to me, he said, man, look, he said, man, I just got back from selling some crack, and so I don't know how to work these iPhones yet. I was like, what? I mean, that was just so random. I didn't know what to make of it. But anyway, Big C, what up, homie?
What's going on?
You tell me, brother. Merry Christmas.
Same to you, man. Merry Christmas. I can't stay long. I'm actually on my way to a Christmas dinner or family dinner thing. So
No
I'm gonna
problem,
talk till
bro.
I get there. But
Okay.
yeah, yeah, did Dallas win?
No, they lost
What was score?
22-20.
Oh, field goal. Okay. Yeah, I was
There is
I
a
was getting.
there's a party in South Beach, and Dallas ain't invited.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's good for my pool. I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah. You didn't pick. Did you pick Dallas? No, you picked Miami. You picked Miami, and um, prediction league announcement. I want you guys to know this. The champ, as of right now, is back. Hey Lex, I hope you're watching. We are officially tied. I've caught up. So,
Mm.
um, anyway, so what did you think about today in football, bro?
Um, let me see. Let me see. The Seahawks. I told you they had to. I'm glad Seattle won. You know what I'm saying? For I did I pick them? I picked them too.
Uh, yes, you did.
Yep. It was good, man. I wish I would have took with my gut and stuck with Mike Tomlin, man. I'd never let y'all talk me out that shit again.
Nobody
But
talked you
then,
out of it.
no, I don't hear that shit. But then I'm
Nobody
glad he
talked you
won.
out of it.
I'm glad he won. I feel like I'm. Let me see. The Steelers, they won. Washington ain't played yet, right?
No, Washington played the Jets.
They played already.
Yeah, they lost by 2.
Oh man,
Here's
that's
the
some
crazy thing:
bullshit.
the Jets were up 27-7, and Washington came all the way back and took the lead, but then lost on the last second field goal.
That's horse shit. Um,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry
pretty
that
much.
I'm sorry that the Falcons won. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm not.
I
I
mean,
picked them to win.
yeah,
You picked them to win too.
I'm still sorry that they won. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk. Hold
And
on, Calvin. Let's talk
I tell you
about
what, the
your
only game.
team. Let's talk
Okay,
about your team.
um,
Your team is on
all right,
fire.
because I watched that. I'm be honest with that. Well, we won 4 straight, but we lost 6 straight. So we almost even now. So, um, they did. I know the Dolphins. Keith said we were gonna smack them, but we sure did.
Hey,
Um, Trevor Lawrence looked like I don't know if he's still banged up, but he did look basic like dude said he was. And I think it's the big reason why we won. And I cannot stress this enough. Carlton Davis did not play. I'm gonna say it again. Carlton Crispy Bacon did not play. So that was good for our defense. You know what I'm saying? We was able to run the ball internally and get pressure. And you know, when I first started paying attention, when I first started, because doing all this Christmas shit, it was 10 zip. I was like, oh shit, let's see what this goes. And they kept going and going. I said, oh shit. So we look real good. We look real good. We be stupid not to keep Baker, not to try to work a way to keep Baker and Mike Evans.
I agree. I
We be
agree.
dumb.
I
It'll
agree.
be dumb. It seemed like, but with that being said, see, like, I'm stuck with Bose forever. But I don't know, man. I mean, they did their thing, man. Like, Carlton Davis didn't play. That's all I'm gonna say. That's
um,
all I'm saying.
my takeaway on Tampa Bay is, pretty much the majority of the season, and Tampa Bay beat Jacksonville. What was it 30-12?
Yeah,
Um, I know at one point it was 27-0.
yeah.
My takeaway on this is that about 3 to 4 weeks ago, we looked at the NFC South and said, well, whoever in the NFC East doesn't win the division, whether it's Dallas or Philly, they're going to have an easy win against whoever the winner of the AFC, whoever the winner of the NFC South is, they're going to have an easy win.
Mm,
I don't believe that anymore.
mm,
I'm not saying that because right now, technically, it would be the Cowboys. I'm not saying the Cowboys wouldn't win, but with y'all playing the way that y'all playing, y'all are gelling at the right time. They're gelling at the exact right time. They are dangerous now. The funny part is, to me, I think the most dangerous teams in the NFC are the teams that don't have 10 wins. I think the Rams are the most dangerous team, and now I think the Tampa Bay Bucks are right there with them because they're clicking on all cylinders. They are clicking on all. This may be the best that Baker Mayfield has played in his career. And I understand that he had an 11-win. I understand he had an 11-win team with Cleveland in 2020. But seeing as how in Cleveland, Stefanski, who should be up for Coach of the Year candidate, Stefanski is an offensive mind coach. Todd Bowles is a defensive guy. And Baker is playing his ass off. So I got to give credit where credit is due. I called the Saints to win this division. And I mean, who knows where this division is going to go, even though I think Tampa should be in control of this thing. But they're only a game up. Who do y'all play next? Who? You got.
I lose you.
You guys going to say you got computer love going on right now?
Yeah, I'm in the country right now, so not in the country. I'm like kind of out there, so I might lose you, man.
Come on to the link.
All right, I when I get there, I probably can hook when I get to the Wi-Fi or something. I'm sorry, man.
No, you good. I got you, bro. I hit you back, bro. No, I got you. I'm here.
All
right. Yeah. No. No. Okay. No. I was talking to Calvin because Calvin just had to jump off for a second. But no, I get you because it's just me on here by myself right now. You know, everybody's doing their thing Christmas Eve. I understand. I just want to know, could you jump on, big homie? Well, hey, I'll take the 10 minutes, homie. I'll take the 10 minutes. Hey, I will take the 10 minutes. Come on. Air your grievances. I'm not going to make fun. Okay. All right. That was Tony. Tony will be joining us in a few. But anyway, as I was saying, now on the Tampa Bay, like Tampa Bay is dangerous. But as far as the Jacksonville Jaguars go, the whole AFC South right now is in a free fall. Every team in the AFC South lost today. Tennessee is done. You know, we're done with them. Tennessee lost, but Jacksonville, Houston, and Indianapolis all lost. So, and Jacksonville is self-destructing. They've lost 4 in a row. Who knows who's going to win this division? To be honest with you, you know, a month ago, it looked like Jacksonville was a shoo-in, or even Houston, but I don't know what's going on with C.J. Stroud. And if Case Keenum is your answer, as you saw today, and shout out to the Cleveland Browns, who have gotten their 10th win of the season, if Case Keenum is your answer, brother, you ain't got a chance. You ain't got a chance. Tony! Merry Christmas, sir. I don't know if he can hear me.
Let me get my volume right, sir.
Merry Christmas, my man.
Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Now, for you guys who don't know, Tony is a Cowboy fan. The floor is yours, sir.
The only thing I can say is Mike McCarthy cost this game. We had a conversation days ago about taking the points. Taking the points. You don't leave points on the board. Just take the point.
No, you don't.
Now, that should have been a touchdown. So, I mean, the fullback dropped the ball. But, you know, the insistence on going for it on 4th down rather than just taking the points. Take the points. It might end up being the difference in the game. And sure enough, it was a difference in the game.
Yep.
So, you know, that was a win to be had. And, I mean, it is what it is, but that's the kind of stuff you gotta get straight before you go into the playoffs, because if you don't, that's an early exit.
Especially, and I was just talking to Calvin about this, the way the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are playing right now, they are hitting on all cylinders. I just said that I no longer think that particularly if the Buccaneers win the division, I no longer think that will be an easy game for whether it's the Cowboys or the Eagles, whoever doesn't win the division.
Yeah. I mean, in the big picture, and then the other thing about the play calling, and this falls squarely on Mike McCarthy. You realize your left tackle is out. You need to shift protection to that side because that was the weakness in the whole game. That's where Miami got the pressure from that left side. Unblock people. How do you have Tyron Smith out, all pro left tackle, and you don't block the people from his side? I don't get it, but it is what it is.
Now we did talk about points. We did talk about take the points. I'll give you an example of a team that yesterday that still lost, but you can tell the difference with the coaching change. They were taking the points, and that was the Chargers.
Right.
The Chargers gave the Bills everything they wanted because even though it may have been 4th down and they may have been on the 15-yard line and may have been 4th and 1, 4th and 2, they took the points and damn near won the game because they made smart decisions. I don't know why these coaches nowadays think it's a sin to take a field goal. I don't know. It's dumb. It costs.
You know why it is. You know why it is. Because the league now has this mindset of track meet. But every game is going to be a track meet. Even when the score ain't a track meet, they still feel like it's going to be a track meet.
Exactly.
So they handle it like that. And we can't take 3 because 3 is less than 7. And a lot of the games are being decided about 2 points.
I was going to say, look at the game that I just named. Buffalo and the Chargers, 23-22 final score. Miami and Dallas, 22-20.
Yeah, you got to take them points.
Yeah, man.
There's no shame in field goals. You got a Pro Bowl kicker, most likely. You let him kick the ball.
Yep.
And then the big picture, see, that's where I'll give teams like I won't necessarily get a coach, but I'll give teams like the Eagles because you got Elliott. They're gonna kick it. They're gonna kick that field goal.
Yeah. Unless it's 4th and 1.
Unless it's 4th and 1, then they're gonna push, which is almost automatic. Other than that, they're gonna kick that field goal.
Absolutely.
The Chiefs are gonna kick that field goal in most cases.
They need to because their wide receivers can't catch.
Yeah. You'd have to say because people think Mahomes fell off. No, Mahomes didn't fall off. Their wide receiving core did fall off.
Yeah. No, Mahomes didn't fall off at all. Their receivers suck. I mean, outside of Kelsey,
they suck when you miss Juju. They suck when you miss Juju.
They miss Juju.
Exactly.
So honestly, their best receiver after Kelsey is a running back. It's Jerick McKinnon.
Right.
But while you're here, let's go over the games. I'll start from Thursday. Rams beat the Saints. I think the Rams, along with I just said this to Calvin. I said, funny, I think the most dangerous teams in the NFC are teams who don't have 10 wins. I think the Rams and the Bucks right now are the most dangerous teams. What did you make of the Rams and the Saints?
It didn't surprise me because, in the big picture, they're kind of in that same range. You get to give the nod to the Saints a little bit. I mean, the Rams a little bit more because they have more veteran presence, really. But overall, they're kind of in that same area in terms of overall team talent. So it doesn't really that didn't really surprise me. That was a you pick 'em, really. I wouldn't have been surprised if the line on that game was 3.
Yeah, well, I mean, both teams were 7-7, so it didn't surprise me at all. But
it's just that the Rams have a couple X factor players on their team. You never know when Aaron Donald gonna be feeling himself and make a play. So that's what differentiates those two teams. You don't really have that on the Saints other than maybe Kamara.
Well, the only thing that would concern me with the Rams is the inexperience on defense outside of Donald. Because remember, when they went on their Super Bowl run, Von Miller's gone, Leonard Floyd is gone, Ramsey is gone, so That would concern me a little bit. But Rams are another team. They're clicking on all cylinders right now. Excuse me. They've won 6 of their last 7 games. The only game they lost was an overtime loss to Baltimore, who has the best record in football.
Well, all those teams are kind of in that same thing where, okay, on paper you want to play them, but on any given Sunday, they could beat you. And that's, I mean, that's true in both conferences, but especially in the NFC, because you saw, I mean, this boy threw 4 picks and Minnesota still had a chance to win that game against Detroit.
Did you watch that game?
I did.
We'll get into that game in a minute because Detroit did everything in their power to fucking give that game away.
Yeah, I did watch most of it, and
I watched the whole game.
And it's fair to assume if that dude had a stronger arm, Minnesota wins that game because Justin Jefferson gets that ball at the end.
Well,
it was a wobbler. He threw a duck at him.
But all I'm saying is that when that throw happened, it was like 50 seconds left. So we don't know if Jared Goff could have led them in field goal position. But I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. Surprise of the week to me was Pittsburgh beating Cincinnati. Mason Rudolph came and had a strong game. I wouldn't make anything of it if I'm a Steelers fan, but what do you take away from that game?
It's the Steelers and the Bengals. Like, there's nothing to take away. It's a division game. So, it's entirely possible. The Steelers are what the Steelers are. We don't know what the hell they are, but they are what they are. And, from Sunday to Sunday, they have found ways to win. So it's not altogether surprising. It's a division game. It's not altogether surprising.
Well,
the Bengals have some holes. The Steelers have some holes as well. They just put it together today.
Well, that game snapped the 4-game losing streak for Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin took a lot of heat this week because of on-tape effort of George Pickens not blocking and Mike Tomlin making kind of excuses for it. And that's the one thing that I would have to say bad about Mike Tomlin's tenure. For whatever reason, the wide receivers on that team are very undisciplined. I mean, just because they're talented, they're not team guys, not like Hines Ward was.
Right.
When I say that, I mean,
I know what you mean. Hines Ward during his tenure was arguably the best blocking wide receiver in the league.
Right. And then Antonio Brown, even though he was all world, we know the attitude. Martavis Bryant, Santonio Holmes, Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, and now George Pickens. So that's something that Mike Tomlin really needs to get a hold of because it's only the wide receivers, nothing else. It's only the wide receivers. Now,
speaking of which, I don't understand the signing of him.
Who?
I don't understand because they perpetually, behind the scenes, I watch the little camp thing, and so I see these practices and stuff. Why you sign Martavis Bryant just to catch jump balls in practice? I understand that you might view the guy as washed, but if you're literally running plays with him doing jump balls in the red zone in practice, so what are you doing with him?
They did that recently?
Yeah, he's a Cowboy. Martavis Bryant, he's been a Cowboy for the past 3 weeks. Actually a month.
I did not know that.
And he's on our practice squad.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So I'm not sure why they signed him in the first place. What are you gonna do with him? Like, you just got him on the practice squad to run jump ball decoy plays? I don't get it.
I don't know. But that was a big win for the Steelers. Keeps their playoff hopes alive. Big loss for the Bengals because they hold no tie-breaking scenarios with anybody, really, outside of Buffalo.
Right.
Outside of Buffalo, they hold no tie-breaking scenarios at all. Did Browning turn into a pumpkin? Don't know. That remains to be seen. Next game. Now, we just talked about Buffalo and the Chargers. Good effort by the Chargers. They took the points. They didn't unnecessarily go for it on 4th down, and they nearly beat the Buffalo Bills. You saw good Josh Allen. You saw reckless Josh Allen. Either way, the Bills win. They're 9-6. They control their own destiny as far as playoffs, and still have a chance to win the division. Now, the same thing to make you laugh with Josh Allen, make you cry, is working right now. They're 9-6. So, what did you take away from the Bills and the Chargers?
I mean, pretty much the same thing you did. Usually, teams after they fire their head coach, they do get up for that next game, and the Chargers did. They look more functional. And like you said, they took the points. There wasn't these dumb in-game decisions, and they did almost pluck the Bills. It's far too little, too late, But here we go for moral victories, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Now, speaking of a team who was feeling the heat, the owner of the Atlanta Falcons said, yo, there's finna be some changes in this bitch. He is not happy with the roster that he has. He is not happy with the production. They sat Desmond Ridder. Taylor Heineke's the starter. I'd have did that anyway. And the Falcons came up with a huge win over Indianapolis, who had been red hot. Gardner Minshew turned back into a backup quarterback. The Falcons showed up to play. They dominated the Colts, really. After the Colts went down and scored an opening drive touchdown, wasn't really much of a game. The Falcons needed that win to have a chance to still win that division. They're now 7-8. Any comments on Colts Falcons?
It's that same thing, a little shakeup and making people feel like their job is in trouble will get results. We talked about the Falcons last week and them having a talented roster. As a matter of fact, when we comparing them to the Bucks, and they have a more talented roster. So the Heineke effect, I mean, we saw that in Washington.
Yep.
So he's a random wild card kind of dude. Not a starter quality, but he's a random wild card dude. And if you ain't prepared for him, he can make plays. And that's pretty much what he did.
I think with that roster, I think Heineke's the better guy for that team. Because I'm going to tell you whose jobs are in jeopardy. It ain't Kyle Pitts. It ain't Bijan Robinson. It ain't Drake London. It's really the people whose job is in jeopardy is the coach, the quarterback, and the general manager.
Right.
Them the motherfuckers who's not comfortable.
Right.
Seattle and Tennessee. Seattle followed up their big win on Monday night with they pulled it out the fire.
No surprise. No surprise there. No surprise. I mean, Tennessee is what Tennessee is, and Seattle is a better team, and they did what they were supposed to do. So
Seattle jumped back into a wild card spot because their win coupled with the Minnesota Vikings loss. Let's get into this game now. The Detroit Lions have won their division for the first time in 30 years.
30 years. You had a 30 and a 20, right? Yeah. Today.
I mean, who's the 20?
The 20 was the Dolphins.
That's right. No. What? Oh, first time over 10 wins? They didn't win their division today.
This is the first time in 20 years they have, I can't remember what it was, but they showed Dan Marino.
It must be over 10 wins because they haven't had over 10 wins in 20 years.
But why do I feel like, because I think in the locker room, they just showed that I think they were celebrating winning that division.
No, they didn't win the division because they're still 2 games over Buffalo. Now, if they win next week or if Buffalo loses, then they win the division. They clinched a playoff spot.
Maybe that's what it was. First time, yeah. Maybe that's what it was.
Back-to-back playoff years since Dan Marino's year. Maybe that was it. They did clinch a playoff spot, but let's get to Detroit. Jared Goff, Dan Campbell. They look good for most of the game, even though, gosh, there's one thing that this team needs to learn how to do, and maybe it was, it's a division game. Teams know you. They didn't close out that game the way they needed to, but they closed it out and got the win. And I think the Lions may have getting their mojo back because there was a little 4-week period where they were up and down. They beat the shit out of my Broncos. They go on the road against a quality opponent like Minnesota. Minnesota's a quality team. They're a respectable team, put it that way. They get the job done. They clinch their division. And as of right now, sit in the number 2 spot in the NFC. What was your takeaway from Vikings Lions?
Nothing. Literally nothing. It was a division game. I looked at that game and I said the Vikings should have won that game. 4 turnovers. They should have won that game. So my assessment of Detroit is still kind of the same,
I look at that game a little different. The Vikings had 4 turnovers. The game shouldn't have been that close. That's the way I look at it. The Vikings had 4 turnovers. The Lions shouldn't.
I get it. But the question mark on the Vikings is not necessarily their defense. It's been their offense and what their offense was going to be this year. Defensively, they going in, you knew they were going to be pretty solid.
Well, they gave up 30 points today.
This is true.
You know, they gave up 30 points. So, but congratulations to the Lions. I mean, remember like 3 years ago, we was kind of, you know, trolling Dan Campbell, biting kneecaps and
Yo, B, fuck the Lions. You know how many times he's picked every week? I pick the Lions every week. Every week I pick the damn Lions, and now all of a sudden they want to be overachievers every year. In these pools, I pick the Lions faithfully. Did I not?
You did. So why?
Yeah, and now they want to be world beaters. Now that I don't pick them, man, screw the Lions.
But you picked them though.
I know, but I still say screw them.
Now, let Tony. Now, in 2021, Tony was picking the line. Matter of fact, 2021, he called them to make the playoffs. For whatever reason, in 2022, he kept picking them. But the Lions caught fire the second half of last season, and they have carried it on through this entire season to now 11-4 record.
Right.
I got to salute. I have to salute. And the Lions didn't overachieve this year because they were expected to win the division this year. Because remember, Aaron Rodgers, not in Green Bay. We don't know what Justin Fields is. We don't know what Jordan Love is. And nobody believed that the Vikings were going to win every close game this year like they did last year. So the Lions were actually the favorite to win the division this year, and they lived up to the expectations.
Bruh, are you watching?
Am I watching what?
You got 10 minutes anyway, but are you watching? Your Broncos just Zappy, did he turn on? Yeah, he fumbled.
What channel is that game on?
NFL Network. I'm looking at it.
That's right. Okay, see, I had it on motherfucking NBC.
Are they saying his arm went forward, or are they saying that's they say they're calling that a fumble? So
I'm just really turning to the game. I don't know. I forgot that game was on NFL Network. We better win tonight.
Yeah, your D tackle recovered on the 15-yard line. So turnover.
Well, look, I hate the fact that we
first play of the game. It's the first play of the game. Turnover. It's 14:53 left in this game. 7 seconds in, the turnover.
I hate those goddamn Tampa Bay Buccaneer uniforms my Broncos are wearing.
You ain't Tom Brady. You ain't gonna get the tuck rule.
Yeah.
You wearing the right uniform, but you ain't gonna get that tuck call.
Look, I'm not gonna focus on my squad yet because we have to win out. It's that simple. Everything for Denver came up rosy today with the Texans losing, the Colts losing. Really, Pittsburgh beating Cincinnati was a good thing for the Broncos. So all we got to do, we control our own destiny. New England's defense scares me because they're only giving up 13 points a game. Their offense is trash. So anyway, as we were, sir, do you have any comments? Did you watch the Jets in Washington?
Not at all. I watched the box score.
Bro, the Jets were up 27-7 and damn near lost that game.
Yeah, I was surprised that the score on their offensive output. Defensively, I figured they would give Washington a hard time, but
you know what changed the game? When they took when they put in Jacoby Brissett. When they put in Jacoby Brissett, the entire game changed. I don't know why they didn't start Jacoby Brissett, but okay. Green Bay beats Carolina. Any comment on the Packers beating the Panthers?
They should have.
And that game got very interesting at the end. They beat them with a last-second field goal. Green Bay was up 30-16 and blew that lead.
This time of year, when you see games like that, there's two things going on, and they play against each other. You got players playing for their jobs, but you got a team that really wants to tank because every game you win makes your draft position worse. And the Patriots just got it right back from y'all. They intercepted Russ in the end zone.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Didn't I just say that defense scares me? Didn't I just say that?
That was just a bad throw, bro. That was not great. That was just a bad throw. That was a great interception, actually. He wasn't going to catch that ball. Your guy wasn't going to catch that ball, but that was a great play for the Patriots cornerback to catch it, or maybe not. It hit the ground. It depends. They're going to review it. They're going to review this, but maybe that's not a pick because it did hit the ground, and I can't tell from that replay whether his hand was underneath it.
Well,
nope, it's fourth down. So y'all gonna take the points. They ruled it incomplete.
Yeah. We better take the goddamn points. Sean Payton gonna get in Russell Wilson ass again. You better cut it out that bullshit. But this is what I'm saying. The Patriots defense scares me. Because I think
bruh, it's 4th and goal. They are trotting Russ back out there. Peyton trotted Russ back out there.
Hey, look. I will not be able to concentrate on a post-game show if you keep on giving me Denver.
Hey, look, man, I'm over my 10-minute time limit. My wife just came here and said, "Well, how many sandwiches you want for dinner?"
Oh, I know that's right. Okay.
I'm about to eat these sloppy joes, but just for the sake of argument, since I'm sitting here and the game actually came on, I didn't turn to it. It just came on.
Okay, well, what did you think of Cleveland?
What are you serious?
Oh my God!
Y'all got stopped right there on the one.
We shouldn't have went for
defense. You're right.
We shouldn't have went for it.
Why would you? I don't understand the run, the inside draw. Okay,
I wouldn't have went for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have called that. If I went for it, I wouldn't have called that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have went for it at all.
Yeah, that was kind of weird to me. You had the warning shot fire across your head with almost the turnover. So yeah, go ahead, take the points.
Exactly. And what did we just say 10 minutes ago? Why is it against the law to take a field goal?
This is one of them games, and you see these dudes blowing smoke like all of them got vapes, blowing smoke out of their mouth with every breath because clearly it's cold as shit. Take the points.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be a high scoring game. Just take the points.
Mm-hmm.
And Zappy ain't gonna light the scoreboard up, so take the points.
But anyway, Cleveland and Houston. What do you think of Cleveland, man? Cleveland looking good.
Same thing I thought about Cleveland before. I mean, on paper, they're supposed to be a playoff team. Defensively, they are what they are, and so I mean, what is there to take away? They're doing what they're supposed to do.
Amari Cooper had a career game. 11 catches, 265 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, them big ass receptions to do that for you. We got 75-yard, 80-yard receptions and stuff. Yeah, that'll do you.
Yeah, man. But I think Cleveland is going to be a team that nobody wants to play in the wild card round. I don't think anybody wants to see the Browns because, do you agree with this? Joe Flacco is a different animal in the playoffs.
I do. Historically speaking, yeah, he is. He's been known to step up his game in the playoffs.
We talk about like playoff Rondo. Now, playoff Flacco is not to be trifled with. And for whatever reason, he fits with that offense perfect. Now, do you think they keep him as a backup next year?
Yeah, depending on how much money you want. He'll never be a starter again. So yeah, he's gonna be a backup somewhere. So maybe he does stay there.
I would definitely keep him as a backup, particularly with Deshaun Watson's injury history.
Right. Yeah, I could see that. But then it also depends on what he playoff Flacco, what he looks like. You might have some fool team out there that says, "Hey, we'll go ahead and sign him for 1 or 2 years."
Hey, what if the Super Bowl was the Lions versus the Browns?
No one would watch it.
Not true.
No one would watch that, man. No one will watch that.
That ain't true, bro.
Lies. No one would watch that.
You might not watch it.
There's no national fan base for either team. No one would watch it. There's no national fan. It would be like well, I shouldn't say Pittsburgh, Seattle, even though that was one of the lowest rated Super Bowls. It just would not be good for the NFL. They wouldn't make the money because the viewership would be low. No one cares. But hardcore football fans would watch it because it is the Super Bowl still, but fan interest would just, no one would care.
The NFL would promote the shit out of that game. But
no one still would care.
they may
They
not
can
care.
promote it all they want to, but you're not going to convince.
Hey,
You're not going to convince all these fan bases that all of a sudden the Browns and the Lions are interesting.
They may not watch it past the halftime show, but I believe they would have a great number. Because, you know, that could possibly happen. I'm just saying. It's not impossible. You're talking about two teams that are going to be in the playoffs, two teams that are very good. It could possibly happen. I'm not predicting that, no, but I'm just thinking, like, what if the Super Bowl was Cleveland and Detroit? I would find that fucking hilarious.
And it will be horrible for the NFL.
Well, but you know what? I don't have a problem with seeing something different. That's just me.
Again, you're speaking as a hardcore football fan that just likes to watch the sport. In terms of fan interest, and when it comes to Super Bowl, a certain percentage of those Super Bowl viewers are not hardcore football fans. They watch the sport, but outside of their team, they could care less.
They would build that up as just a huge underdog story.
And no one would care. That's the thing. You got two underdogs, so no one would care.
You know what? You're going to make me hope that it is a Browns-Lions Super Bowl because...
You keep hope alive then.
What the hell you doing?
Call Uncle Jesse and keep hope alive because I don't see it happening.
I guarantee you.
But it would be a disaster for the NFL. It'd be a disaster.
I don't think so.
So years ago, that whole Pittsburgh-Seattle Super Bowl, we now kind of know that it was manipulated. The reason being, had Seattle won, the NFL was not going to sell any merchandise. None. Zippo, because no one cared. No one cared about Matt Hasselbeck and Sean Alexander. No one cared.
So what's the difference of Seattle not winning it in 2005, but them winning it in 2013?
Well, one, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson had his fan base, you know, just him. I'm talking about individually as a player.
Russ ain't had no fan base like that.
Yeah, he did. He actually did. Maybe
the next year against
he did because of who his lady was. Like just in general.
He wasn't with Sierra then.
He was dating her. He wasn't married to her, but he was dating her.
He was not dating her. That was his second year in the league.
The secondary thing to that is who's the coach?
He was married to
who's the coach?
That Super Bowl.
Who's the coach?
Oh, Pete Carroll.
Right. See, you had names that you could kind of associate with that.
Holmgren was the coach of Seattle. He had already won a Super Bowl.
You had names that you could associate with that.
But you could
just in general.
But you could in 2005, Mike Holmgren he was already a Super winning coach. Everybody knew who Mike Holmgren was.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. You had names associated with that. In this particular case, I don't think that's going to be the case. If the Lions get there, you don't have name. Jared Goff is the only name you have associated with that.
Joe Flacco, he a Super Bowl champ.
Well, yeah, there is Flacco. I guess I guess that would be a compare. I just don't see the ratings being there. And at the end of the day, that's all. That's what matters for the Super Bowl. Viewership and ratings. And when they release them numbers and say this was one of the lowest watched Super Bowls, you'll know what I mean.
If the Super Bowl is Cleveland and Detroit, I think the winner, whoever the winning quarterback is a guaranteed first ballot Hall of Famer. You would have
needed certain things to be in play, like if Jim Brown was still alive. You know,
Barry Sanders
or Barry Sanders involved somehow. You know,
why wouldn't they involve Barry Sanders?
That's what they would have to do to draw interest.
Why wouldn't they?
But okay,
Barry and Calvin Johnson. Why wouldn't they?
Keep hope alive, sir. I ain't looking forward to seeing it.
I'm not saying it's going to happen. It's probably not going to happen. I'm just saying.
I will literally, if that happens, when that game is on, I will literally set up a chessboard and play myself in chess the whole time.
But you would have had a game on?
The past time.
That's all.
No, I wouldn't have had a game on. No, I wouldn't have had a game on.
Yeah, you would.
I would pull up old MTV Fab Five Freddy videos.
You are lying your ass off.
I would absolutely do that.
These lies on Christmas Eve. You know you would have had a game on, even if you ain't watching.
Old Fab Five Freddy videos.
Lies you tell.
Just so I can hear Biz Markie. Oh, baby, you.
Lies you tell.
That's what I would do, sir.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. And you know good and damn well you wouldn't.
I actually would, man. You don't know that a lot of times I don't care about a lot of these other games. I'm a hardcore football fan, but at the same time, I gotta have some interest in it, and I don't really have no interest in Cleveland nor Detroit.
You pick Detroit all the time, please.
That game, I pick Detroit all the time. Previous years. Now I pick Detroit now. I pick Detroit now because you got to pick. I got to pick a team. It's a game on the thing, but just
Detroit
in general,
because they're a good team and they've been winning.
Well, they weren't good when I thought that they should be good. So
I don't know what to tell. I tried to tell you, you didn't want to listen.
But they were still losing games by like 3 points, 2 points. I tried to tell you though. Last second plays, all that mess.
Well, they've learned how to win. They have learned how to win, and they're winning. So, shout outs to them. I give them respect. I put some respect on their name. They are division champions. I put respect on. Jacksonville.
I guess the game. Yeah, hold on. Let me finish up these games because he went beyond his 10-minute time limit on this nonsense about Cleveland and Detroit.
Jacksonville and Tampa, then we done.
That surprised me. It surprised me that Tampa didn't show up. Like Jacksonville didn't show up at all. You would think that kind of game, and I feel you on how Tampa Bay. Thus, I had that game kind of a you pick 'em kind of scenario.
I picked Jacksonville to win.
Right, and so did I, and so that kind of surprised me that Trevor and them didn't show up the ball at all. They didn't show up to that. Both on either side of the ball did they actually show up?
Nope. And they've lost 4 straight. Their whole division lost. There is a 3-way tie. All 8-7. Jacksonville, Tennessee, Indianapolis. All teams lost. Jacksonville is self-destructing, but that whole division is self-destructing. So, but Tampa, man, dangerous. Dangerous.
Yeah, well, ain't that what the playoffs supposed to be? It ain't supposed to be no gimme games, is it?
That one was supposed to be a gimme game.
That one. Well, no. I won't say that game was supposed to be a gimme game. That was. I told you I had them. Basically, I picked Jacksonville, but I figured it would be a good game.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about if whoever out of the NFC South, whoever. Either the Cowboys or the Eagles will have to play. I'm saying that was supposed to be a gimme.
It was supposed to be.
It was a gimme game for y'all last year.
Yeah, and it may very well still be, but in the big picture, they're playing like a playoff team. So at least they're not, because usually every year it's teams backing into the playoffs. This time teams are actually earning the spots.
Well, but on the contrary,
except for Jacksonville, most other teams, they're at least playing like a playoff team.
Well, for right now, to be honest with you, the Eagles have backed into the playoffs right now.
Yeah, but you don't get the sense that they're really in danger.
No.
However, yeah, it does come down to certain matchups.
Look, both the Eagles and the Cowboys. They're not playing well right now. Like I said,
yeah, our thing is strangely enough. In the big picture, it's about the road. At the end of the day, it's about the road. So if they were at home and it was home games, then ain't nobody gonna pick against them.
Well, you got Detroit at home next week.
Yeah, well, we got Detroit at home. In the big picture, I would not be surprised if we blow the wheels off Detroit at home. That's the problem. That's the problem. We won't have any of them teams at home. The only saving grace to some of these NFC teams is there's a chance that we might end up playing indoors. So yeah, it kind of resembles home. Playing on turf resembles home.
Well, unless you play Tampa.
Unless you play Tampa, right. So that's it.
The Falcons and the Saints, yeah, you got indoors, but not Tampa.
It's just it's the old Barry Sanders effect, man. Our team is built on speed, and you put us on grass, the speed is neutralized somewhat.
Well, today,
as was Barry Sanders on grass. Put him on grass, he's still a great running back, but he wasn't the same.
Well, today, to me, both defenses played well. The Dolphins and the Cowboys defense played well. again, like you said, take the points.
They take the points.
I started laughing when the Dolphins got that third down conversion and Mike McCarthy just started cussing. Like, damn it! That because he knew they couldn't stop the clock. I was like, I love seeing this.
Yeah. They should have been playing run the whole way there. You sell out for the run in that situation because you know they're trying to eat time off the clock. They're not going to throw it and risk it incompletion. So yeah, you sell out and go ahead and try to stop that run. They didn't. They played it as if it was going to be a pass.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was sitting here saying the whole time, do not try and kick no fucking field goal. I was saying score a touchdown. And because I'm thinking I'm worst case scenario. What if it's a bad snap? What if the kick is blocked? What if he just outright misses the kick? That's why I'm like, score the touchdown for God's sakes. But whatever. And all's well that ended well in South Beach. I was going to say, I know Belichick ain't about to go for this.
I do kind of, in terms of that game, the roughing the passer calls.
I'm so sick of those.
Can you play football? Can they play football?
Yeah, I'm so sick of those. And I'm not being biased to no team because remember, I told you last week when they called the when they called the unnecessary roughness on Jaron Kearse, I thought that was horrible. I thought that was great punt return. I thought that was horrible. I'm so tired of them not being able to play football. I think it's horrible. I do. I think it's horrible. I thought the call on Parsons was a bad call.
Yeah, that was within 2 steps. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah, I thought that was horrible.
I think I'm with Howie Long on that. I think they called that because of the severity of the hit. Because they baby these dudes at quarterback. It wasn't because he took more than 2 steps. It was because he hit him with that forearm shiver, which that's not the correct call because he hit him with a forearm shiver. So
yeah, I didn't like that call.
But that is what that is. Y'all in the red zone again? You gonna score this time?
Hey man, well, I don't give a damn if it's just 3 points. We should have took 3 the first time. I don't give a damn if we win this game 9-0. We just need to win this game. That's just me, though. That's just me.
Anyway, sir, I'm about to go and do what I got to do because got a birthday, got to eat dinner, got a birthday to celebrate. People want to watch Aquaman.
Well, happy birthday to your son. Also, Tony's birthday was just a couple of days ago, so
hey, birthday. Stop telling people that.
You told people on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My bad.
What the hell? So, and another happy birthday to you. Merry Christmas to you and your wonderful family.
Yeah, same to you, man. Same to you.
Yeah, when I get done with this, I got some motherfucking gifts to wrap.
Yeah, I don't do that no more. I just throw them in a box. Throw them in a box, put some tape on it.
Oh, my kids still like the whole tree effect, and I don't blame them. That's how I raised them.
I hear you.
They with their mama now, so I got the rest of the night to myself. But bro, let me tell you something funny before you get off. We went because honestly, I was watching most of the Cowboy and Dolphins game on my phone because we went out, got something to eat after something to eat, like right as the late games were starting. I walked out the door right after y'all fumbled that snap at the Dolphins 1 yard line. So went to get something to eat. And then we go to this neighborhood. And bro, when I tell you, I don't know, just go on my Facebook page and look at the Facebook Live I did. Look like real life Candy Cane Lane, right?
Right.
So as we're leaving, we're it's this huge ass like party bus that's part because literally the neighborhood was like, it was a bunch of people out there. It was a bunch of people out there to see those lights. So I was like, it was a big dude as we walking back, to the whip. And he's like, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I said, Merry Christmas, bro. I said, it's something, ain't it? And he was telling me some other places to go. And I'm just listening to him because I already know. I'm like, well, look, I got to do the show, so I know I'm not going. But he give me these addresses. He pulls out his iPhone. He's trying to show me the address, but he don't know how to work it. He said, man, look, I just got back from selling crack. I don't know how to use no damn iPhone. I said, what the fuck? I was like, what the entire fuck? Touchdown. All right.
Yeah.
Touchdown Broncos. All right. I was like, what the entire fuck? Come on, man. But anyway.
I got a bigger what the fuck for you.
What?
Mr. Deontay Wilder, go sit your ass down.
Nigga.
Go sit your ass down somewhere. Talking about you the best and you can beat this person.
Shit? You know how mad I was about that shit?
I told you, I don't watch boxing, but I pay attention to some things, and he got beaten in every way you could get beat.
Deontay Wilder cannot. The only way Deontay Wilder can win a fight is either if he dominates you with the jab the entire 12 rounds or if he knocks you out. If you have any semblance of boxing ability or a chin, you can beat him easily. You know how mad I was about that shit?
Hey, look, I saw it and I said, this, there it is right there. You doing all that jibber jabbing. These are dudes that you should beat if you as great as you say you are.
Well, you know, Joseph, and I'm not making no excuses for Deontay Wilder. Joseph Parker is a damn good fighter. He's a former champion. Joseph Parker was a champion for about 3 or 4 years. There's a reason for that.
I get that, but to be beat like that?
Yeah, oh yeah, he didn't win a round.
Right.
He didn't win a round. But I was mad because I wanted to see Wilder and Joshua fight, but they're 6 years too late on that fight anyway. Boxing dropped the ball on that one again because those two should have fought in 2017 or 2018 when they were both undefeated heavyweight champions. It would have been $100 million fight. Because outside of that was the fight that everybody was clamoring for before Crawford and Spence had came onto the scene as a potential fight. So, but it is what it is. But enjoy your dinner, man. Enjoy your family and enjoy your criminal, dog.
Yeah, man. All right, I'm out of here. Take care.
No, appreciate your time, brother.
Later.
All right, man. Oh man. My man Tony. I was gracious to him, because he's a realistic Cowboy fan. It can bring out his emotions, but everybody who's a diehard football fan, when their team loses, can be emotional. I damn sure know I have. But to the rest of you Cowboy fans out there, Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. It's a party going on right now in South Beach, and y'all bitch asses ain't invited. And the only reason why you can show up to one of them is because you got money. That's it. How about them Cowboys? Losers. All right, yes. I mean, my Christmas has just been made so merry by them sorry sons of bitches losing. I mean, it's been made great. Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. Yeah, biatch. But so this is now, I mean, we got 2 weeks left. Of course, we got now tomorrow's games are just ridiculous. Really one ridiculous game, as it's going to be sports all day. Good Lord. I mean, because look, to my family, Merry Christmas. My family who's in Vegas, my grandmother, my uncles, my cousins, everybody who's in Vegas. Merry Christmas. Wish I could be there. I got to work the next day. It is what it is. Plus, I've never been to Vegas. Would have loved to do that. But tomorrow's game, the Ravens and the goddamn 49ers. Oh, man. The Ravens and the 49ers, that is must-see TV on a day where it's going to be so much sports on TV. God, the NBA has 5 games on. The NFL has 3 games on. I'm going to have both TVs just going the entire time. I probably won't watch the Eagles and the Giants because I do want to watch the Lakers versus the Celtics. I do want to watch that game, definitely. I want to see the Lakers and the Celtics, but we are late in the season. We're late in the season. We have 2 games left. And what are we going to do? What are we going to do about it? Like, who's going to come out on top? Some of these races, like there are some division races that are just crazy. Like the NFC East. If the Eagles win, they're back in first place. There's the AFC South. That's now become a serious train wreck of a race. There's the NFC South. I'm sorry. Did I say I meant the AFC South. I don't know if I said that or not. The AFC South has become a train wreck of a race. The NFC South is still a big race. But Tampa Bay appears to be the best team in that division. There's the NFC North has been decided. The Detroit Lions are the winners of that division. Just like the 49ers, they've clinched the division title. And the Kansas City Chiefs, they haven't clinched the division title, particularly if we win. But I don't have the Raiders beating them, even though I would love to see the Raiders beat them. But Kansas City will win that division. Baltimore, let's say the Ravens lose tomorrow. Don't look now, but the Cleveland Browns are right there. They're right there. And Baltimore's road doesn't get any easier after tomorrow because they got the Dolphins next week, which is going to be a game. And speaking of the Dolphins, they have a 2-game lead, but they're not out the woods because, again, they have the Ravens, then they have Buffalo. So it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's enjoyable all at the same time. Crazy and enjoyable. I'm sitting here watching my boys play now. 3rd and 1, barely crappy. They get a first down. I mean, come on now. We just scored a touchdown. We know New England's offense is trash. Don't sit back and let them do shit now. Son of a bitch. Matter of fact, let me turn, because I won't be able to focus on what I need to focus on watching this game. Because, I love my boys, but like I said, we just have to win this game. But Robert Chandler, my man, Merry Christmas, dog. Loyal listener. Marianne, if you jump on now or later, cry. Soak up your tears and your team's sorry ass loss. I mean, y'all played better. Y'all didn't get y'all asses whipped. You lost on the last play of the game, but you still lost. That's the main thing about it. You still lost. Yeah. Damn. Oh, no, I'm sure our first take will be on tomorrow, even though it's criminal. But, yeah, I got to get out of here. I mean, I'm not going to get out of here right this second. But, yeah, I have to wrap gifts. I got some gift wrapping to do, but this is definitely fun. I definitely appreciate the time that Calvin gave me and appreciate the time that Tony gave me. I didn't know what I wanted to do about this episode because it was Christmas Eve, people out there with their families, and I was no different. Before I came on here, I just got back in the house, visiting the real life Candy Cane Lane, and it was awesome. It was wonderful. It was, to be honest, if I didn't have this show to do, I probably would have, looked for the addresses that dude was talking about because my kids enjoyed it, and, my kids enjoyed it. Their mom enjoyed it. It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. Now, there is stuff in other sports that I would like to talk about, but this is an NFL post-game show. So I'm going to leave it alone. There are things about the NBA that I wouldn't mind discussing. So again, I'm going to leave it alone. I am. I'm going to leave it alone until the next episode of Sports Plus Life, which will be on Tuesday. It will be on Tuesday. Now, I'm going to have to hit the fellas up, not for Tuesday's episode, because I'm sure they'll be available then, But I'm gonna have to hit the fellas up to see what they want to do about next Sunday, because that is New Year's Eve. And so I'll have to keep everybody posted as far as a Sports Plus Life show on New Year's Eve, because for the same reason today, is Christmas time. People want to be with their families. New Year's Eve, people gonna be getting poured up. Shit, look. Show or no show, your boy gonna get it in New Year's Eve, just like I'm getting it in on Christmas Eve. I ain't gonna get it in, but so much on Christmas Eve because I got some gifts that I want to wrap, and I want to make sure I still feel like wrapping them once everything is said and done. You feel me? But I finished my Christmas shopping yesterday, and boy, I mean, it was cool though. I mean, I don't know what it is. I think Christmas time is the only time that I actually appreciate the rat race. That's the only time that I actually appreciate tons of traffic. And if you go to Short Pump, where me and my mom and my kids went yesterday, oh boy, was there a lot of traffic. Oh yeah, hope you guys like the sweater. The official mistletoe tester. So what does that mean? That means I'm letting y'all know that I'm open for business. If you need a mistletoe tester. But back to what I was saying is that, yeah, I don't know. Christmas is the only time where I really appreciate the rat race. The loads of traffic in Short Pump. Now, the only thing that will get on my nerves is parking lots. That's it. Parking lots can be irritating. But see, me, when I'm by myself, I don't give a shit. I will park in the very back of a parking lot and walk it out. But I was with my mom, so she got the handicap sticker. And so, now you got to look for handicap spots. And it's like, Lord, handicap spots in the front. That way everybody's crossing the street. I'm like, God, Lord. But other than that, I love the crowded stores. And I know we still COVID conscious, and rightfully so. But I don't know what it is. I love it. It just takes me back to when I was younger. And when me, my mom, my sister, and my grandparents, God rest their beautiful souls, we would all just get in the car and go to Virginia Center Commons or go to Regency and they would shop. The only thing I would want to do is go to the arcades. But the good times, man, good times. So I really do appreciate that stuff. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take my kids to Potomac Mills this year or Tyson's Corner this year. I will definitely be back on that train next year because I enjoy things like that. That's just me. And again, everybody's COVID conscious, as they should be. And but it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy, for one, your family, and enjoy just the scenery. Again, that's just me. Because now with COVID, people are just so, ooh, too close, contact. But again, that's just me. But I would like to wish a Merry Christmas to everybody. I would like to wish a Merry Christmas to Too Tough. I would like to wish a Merry Christmas to my family. My family in Richmond, my family who's traveling to Vegas, my family in Philadelphia. Merry Christmas. I love absolutely every last one of you. I would like to wish my Black and Gold fam a Merry Christmas. Y'all know I go hard in the paint for my Black and Gold, and I ain't talking about the Steelers, motherfucker. I'm talking about my Springer fam. I would like to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone. To absolutely everyone. Mm-hmm. To everybody on YouTube who is sitting here listening to me, Merry Christmas. To everybody on Facebook who's actually paying attention or who will go and pay attention later, Merry Christmas. Okay? So I think it's time for me to go do my dadly duties. So Merry Christmas. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Oh yeah, I had to make sure I had my wrapping paper. Oh Lord, because if I didn't have that damn wrapping paper, Lord have mercy, I'd have been mad as shit because everywhere is closed now. But again, it's your boy, Brandon Bravon Towns, for the Sports Plus Life recap show. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.